Okay, welcome to the 24 UK podcast. We are coming to the end of our interviews here in Los Angeles on our last day. And what better way to finish things off in the presence of one Carlo Rota.
Nice.
Thanks very much for joining us.
Very lovely to be here.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful morning in Los Angeles.
It's great, isn't it?
It's a bit chilly. It was a bit
quite
chilly.
Early, a little bit chilly for Los Angeles. So Carlo, obviously, played Maurice O'Brien in 24, seasons 5, 6, 7. And we're not sure about 8 yet.
We're not. Well, yeah, I mean, there's been no activity in 8 for Morris. So.
Okay, good stuff. So last time we spoke to you, we did an audio interview with you over the phone, and of course you were in the car. And I remember the interview finished, and you told us you were completely lost in Los Angeles.
Yes,
you didn't have a clue where you were. You managed to find your way home, okay, though?
I did manage to find my way home, and as I think I explained to you, there's a very ironic thing that occurs in Los Angeles, where I live, which is sort of in the shadow of the Hollywood sign. There's no cell phone reception, and I don't have a landline. I only have cell phone because I live in a relatively unusual place that I've always felt was going to be relatively transient. And so I never installed a landline, and I rely on my cell phone for important calls. I have to get in my bloody car and take the calls in my car. It's the most ridiculous thing. You know, it's the land of everyone has got a cell phone glued to their ear here, and I can't use mine because it's a black area where there's no reception. And there's actually quite a few of those areas in Los Angeles for some reason or other. It's because of the hills, I guess. Yeah. But I mean, there's a bastard great big cell phone tower that's right by the Hollywood sign.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to have any effect on where I live.
We went up there the other day actually to take a few photos.
Did you go right up to the sign?
We didn't go up to the sign, no. I think you've got to pay to do that. You've got to go on a tour, haven't you?
No, you could have just phoned me. I would have taken you up there.
If we'd known where you lived. Yeah, of course you wouldn't have had cell phones.
I would have got the message a week later. Oh my God, who are those bastards? There's a beautiful path that leads to the very back of the sign that a few people know how to find, and it's actually kind of a nice thing to see because you're actually at the back of the Hollywood sign. You see the scaffolding, and then you look through the Hollywood sign to Los Angeles, and I sometimes when I'm feeling energetic and feel like I need to approximate my true weight, jog up there on a regular basis. It's a great run up, and then you see all of Los Angeles.
And you feel like the king of the world, probably. Yeah, it's like Rocky, but slightly.
Hello, Los Angeles!
I'm here!
There's some homeless guy looking at me like I'm an idiot.
We should have phoned you.
Yeah.
That would have been nice. Yeah.
Well, next time, absolutely. Just please do that, because it's... I always get people stopping. They stop outside my house, and they'll say, we're looking for the Hollywood sign, because for some reason or other, when you GPS the Hollywood sign, it gives a Mulholland Street address, and Mulholland Highway disappears up there, but sort of disappears right near where I live. So people will just, I'll be out with my dog, and people will just be stopped, and I'll go, any second now, they'll roll down the window and go, excuse me, we're looking for the Hollywood sign. And I'll go, and then they'll go, are you on 24? And I go, yes. I say, not only am I on 24, I'm also hired by the city of Los Angeles to direct people to the Hollywood sign. And they go, oh, brilliant. Really? I go, no, it's a joke.
I was the funny guy on 24, remember?
Anyway, so, yeah, please contact me the next time you come.
We'll need a season 9 of 24 in order to be able to come over again, I think.
Persuade our wives to allow us out again.
Well, I think that, you know, apparently this season is going to be, I mean, you know, as I was talking to you earlier, there's a bit of a weird situation on 24 for me, and that is that I'm not on it, but my girlfriend is on it, which is interesting.
So who does your girlfriend play?
She plays, her name on the show is, I want to say Layla, but it's not.
It's the president's...
Yeah, it's Anil Kapoor's daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, she's going to kill me now.
We should know that because all our fans
She's going to murder me. It's she just finished a show in Canada where she played a girl by the name of Layla Harani, and it's not the name of her character on 24. Oh, she's going to kill me. I'm done for. But the point is, she plays Anil Kapoor's, the president's daughter.
Yeah.
I think at this point in time, the storyline is still a bit small, but it gets bigger.
Yeah, we can see that brewing.
Yeah, it's going to. I think it gets
at the
quite
moment,
good
it's
for
not
her.
particularly going anywhere, but you know, it's got to be there for a reason.
Yeah.
So.
All kinds of things happen. Things blow up. She gets kidnapped.
She seems like a very lovely lady, though.
She's not. She's vicious. It's absolutely vicious.
Is that the character or
both? Absolutely both. But so I hear all about the show, right?
Yeah.
Even though I'm not on it, which is it's you know it's like being, you know, the icon of the kid, the child, who may be a little chubby, who gets invited to a birthday party next door. Right, and has a great time, and then the next year he doesn't get invited, but the birthday party still goes on,
and all his friends are still there, but he's not invited.
Yeah. You know, mummy, I think the party's going on. Should I go over? No, Carlo, you can't go over. They didn't invite you.
I thought I was popular.
I thought they liked me, mummy. They do, Carlo, but they just eat your cereal. Shut up.
Apart from when they were sticking a drill into my shoulder, it looked like they liked me.
Anyway, the point is, it looks like a great season, which is going to mean that if it's a great season, and there's certainly viewership here in the US,
yeah,
and you know, a lot of the other shows are sort of winding down. There's going to be, and you know, it's difficult to come up with a show that gets those numbers. So I think there will probably be some energy in ensuring a season 9. As odd as that sounds, I know that Kiefer might be a bit tired.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a difficult show to give up if it ends or there's no reason to stop it if it ends with great numbers this season.
This is it. It's a business at the end of the day, isn't it? And
well, particularly here in the US. You know, I mean, television shows in England often get made purposefully. They only do 1 or 2 seasons, and then they're done, and they go, no, that was what we only intended to do 12 episodes, and that was it. The model here is entirely commercial, and if there's money on the table, then you know people would say you're mental to give it up.
Quite often it ruins a show, doesn't it? But with 24 it seems to have worked.
Well, you know, nobody really knows the formula. 24 was a show that I think a lot of people agree had very bad chance of continuing. You know, the formula of the day and the disaster that happens in the day. I think most people thought, well, this can only be a 1-season show.
Yeah.
You know, how can you make this into multiple seasons? How can we have multiple bad days?
They've done it.
But somehow or other, there's been 8 of them, right?
Just an unlucky guy.
Yeah.
So have you been watching season 8 then?
You know, I watched the first couple of episodes, because I was so thrilled for Nazneen. I didn't see the last 2. I was actually away.
Yeah.
But you know, we'll watch them at some point or other.
You enjoying it?
I think it's great. I think it's going to be a great season. I think that a lot of it, the energy of the show has returned to it, and you know, there's a lot of really great new characters. And having CTU in New York and having you know, Katie Sackhoff involved with the show is you know, Freddie Prinze Jr. was a great move for them. I think it's revitalized CTU, and you know, there's only one thing missing as far as I can see.
And as we understand it, your on-screen wife has had to take a job at CTU in New York simply because Morris has been downsized.
Apparently, you know, the funny thing is that I'm not on the show, and it's still my fault. It's my fault.
Yeah, still making mistakes.
I know.
Yeah. But, so not likely to return for Morris, do we think?
I have no idea. I mean, you know, I'm a little disappointed. The one thing that does disappoint me is that I think that for people that were invested in the show, invested in the storyline, it's a little odd just to let a character disappear. I suggested that if they were going to not write anything for Morris, that they kill him off at least. I mean, at least the storyline's ended.
I was going to say, you're lucky to survive on a show like that anyway.
You're very lucky to survive. I think that they sort of painted themselves into a corner a little bit with Chloe.
Yeah.
If you kill Morris, well, who's looking after the child?
Yeah.
Although, from what I understand, it's all hell that's broken loose, you know, in season 8. And people say to me, how come your wife hasn't phoned you to tell you that the world is ending again?
It's a valid point, isn't it?
But I think that it's a bit disappointing the way that character, the way they've sort of let the character just disappear into limbo.
Yeah.
But, you know, anything can happen on that show. Who knows?